Are you a beginner or intermediate photographer that's stuck in an artistic rut looking to get noticed? Or maybe you just like to get better? Hi, my name is Iris Zandales of Iris Zandales Vlogs, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, if you are new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button because for today's episode, I am going to show you a quick workshop video about the ultimate guide to types of camera shots and angles with our very own the secret cameraman Mr.Leusef Santillan. So guys, if you want to know more, please stay tuned in this video, and if you guys ready, well, let's get into the video.
Cameraman, but for now I'm gonna reveal myself.
No.
No, you guys can call me Seth. I'm
friend.
Yeah, this is friend, and I'm like a mixed media artist, and I do like whatever you see in Just Channel. More on the video, the audio, editing. Yeah.
Guy behind the camera.
I've been doing like photo and video for a very long time now. I'm gonna take notes. You guys can, because I'm gonna explain the different types of shots. This is what we do whenever I'm with John and we're shooting videos. Because most of the times we do it run and gun. And in your situation, it's gonna be just like that. You'll be on a different location or you're gonna travel somewhere and you have no idea how to shoot it, or you get overwhelmed and you're going to shoot everything and you're going to end up with a hell lot of files and your hard drive space are going to be like, yeah, it's going to be hard, a pain in the ass to edit, right? Now, if I'm going to share the different types of shots so that you will be, before shooting, you already know what to shoot and how to shoot it, okay? We're going to start off with, can you guys read it?
Low angle shots.
What do you mean by low angle shots? Anybody has an idea? Low angle shots? Yeah? Yeah? No? But here's the, yes.
Getting the shot in a lower angle from your focal point.
Like that, right?
Yep.
But here's the thing. How
And when?
and when do we use this shot? Okay, for low angle shots, we use it to like,
Subject.
sorry?
Depends on the subject.
Yeah, this depends on the subject, but if you want to heighten or give like power to that subject, you use a low angle shot. Like this shot, it's like we have an importance of this kid in that situation, in that area, right?
Yes.
And then next one, the bride. By using a low angle shot, you give power to the subject. You can even use it for people like this. See, low angle shot makes him like very strong, powerful, macho, right?
He looks like Bomangka.
Huh?
Not really Bomangka.
It looks like corn.
Do you guys know this dude? No. You guys know this dude. Okay, so low angle shots are used to emphasize power. But what do we use to get out that power from that subject? We use the high angle shot. By using high angle shot, it's like the contrast of low angle shot. If low angle shot gives you power, high angle shot removes that power, makes you vulnerable. But it's also used for
Nature.
or let's say you wanna landscapes, because those are like really cool view, right? Don't tell me you're gonna use low angle shot if you. But for high angle shots, you can like just disconnect from our subject, like literally disconnect. And there's like a different variation for high angle shot. This is what we call overhead shot. Remember the opening scene from the first video?
Yes. Not neck.
Based from this,
So high angle is overhead shot is
like top down view. How do you shoot
category of a high.
of high angle? Based from this photo, what do we see?
Everything.
Everything, right? We see the subject, we get to know what he's like, what he's doing, based from one shot. And that's like a top view.
Bird's eye view.
Yeah, bird's eye view. You can even use it for food.
Yeah.
If you post on Instagram, or if you notice people, we take photos using the overhead shot, right? Use it for person or subject, or even use it for, this is typically used for drones, overhead shots, just to give like a massive view. Or this one, like give you space. Okay? So first we have the longer shot, and then now high, and then overhead. So we just go from low to high. Then how about this one? Anybody has an idea what's the purpose of this shot?
For moving objects or moving subjects.
Moving objects, subjects. You said objects and subjects. Basically, we are trying to establish that, right? Like to give a massive feel that we are here. For example, locations. You can use it on locations. Wide shots. See, locations. We are able to see where we are at this moment. You give an audience a sense of location. Sense of location.
Question.
Yes, please.
Do you recommend panning or
Yes.
do you love
Movement.
still?
Yeah, with movements.
Still shots.
Oh yeah, for movements, it's going to be very, very different because each movement has an effect on your subject. If you're just like holding the camera steadily, it's like amateur shot, right? But if you put it on a tripod, it's very clean and steady. How about if you shake the camera? The audience will feel something different. So you have to consider how are you gonna do, or what movements are you gonna use for each shot. So for this, you have like a 3D axis, X, Y, and Z. It's gonna be like very complicated, and I don't think I have the time to explain all of those. So we're just gonna focus on the different types of shots. This is the extreme wide.
Long wide shot.
Yeah. Mostly used for establishing if you don't have a drone.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Is extreme long shot and high angle shot are just the same or different?
Different. High angle shots are used typically on higher places.
Okay.
Extreme wide shots can be used on high places, low places, as long as it gives
But you're not pointing your focal to one subject.
Yeah, you're pointing to a hell lot of subjects.
Okay.
The buildings, the trees. You give more information to your audience. Like for example, this. You see buildings, clouds, the sky. Is there a rain? Yeah, rain. See? And there's like a, since we're using the extreme wide shot, what's the difference with wide angle shot?
Wide.
No.
You
The
have
other one was
you
wide.
have a specific product or focal point, but in a larger scale.
Yes, very good. Candidate number one. So, as he said, on a wider scale, but we have a subject. We are able to distinguish our subject. So this is like we're going closer to our subject from extreme wide angle where we see everything. Now we are being specific. Like this one. You get a sense of the location of our subject and also what's in the environment. However, we cannot see the face because it's still wide, we're still far. Or this shot. You guys know where this is?
Yes.
Definitely.
Cool, right? How about this one?
Okay.
No, that's actually the same Batayan.
Okay.
And there's like a
Skyline.
So if we're going closer, what's next to a wide shot?
Close up.
No, that's
Not
not yet. We go a little bit closer. Full shot. Full shot. A good example for a full shot is this. With a wide shot, we were able to see
The
the
environment.
environment and our subject and the location, right? full shot is a little more specific, but at the same time, it's like profiling our subject. As you can see, for full shot, you use the from head to your toes. You use full shot to be like more specific, and like this one. However, it also adds the environment, but we are getting closer, right? We're getting closer. There's another full shot. You can break the rules actually. It doesn't have to be really head to toe. You can cut off the. Oh yeah, good thing to remind is don't cut on the joints. Cut between the joints. Okay? When you're framing a subject or you're not on the joints. Cut between the joints. For example, this one. Her knees are right here. I cut below her knee or above her knee. Because
Don't cut on the knee.
don't cut on the knee. Don't cut on the joints. Or else it's gonna look really weird on your subject. That's like photography tip.
It will give us an illusion.
Yeah. Closer.
Close up.
No, not yet. Relax. You guys are so excited. This is what we call a medium shot. The medium shot is where we cut just above the knee or the torso, where you can see a little bit more of the emotion of our subject.
Upper
Upper body. Unless you wanna cut on the lower body. Okay. Yes.
Is it the same as cowboy?
Cowboy shot? Yeah, the other variation of medium shot is the cowboy shot where you just hip level. You point the camera at hip level, and that shows like the other side of the body. Okay? So for medium shots, we use this to get the emotion of our subject, and at the same time, it gives importance, a little bit more importance, while showing a little bit of our environment. As you can see, we are able to see the text on the book, right? But we are able to distinguish where our subject is, right? How about this one? Medium shot. It doesn't have to be really.
Scuba.
Yes. Actually, it's Kuya John's script.
Oh.
Yeah. Who went there?
Me.
Oh, how was it?
First vlogger there.
Okay, cool. So for medium shot, you can see its emotion and at the same time our environment. Well, this one.
Do you do underwater shots too?
Yes, I do.
Rare.
Yes, medium rare. No, close-up shot. This is more towards faces, right?
Is that the last type of shot?
No, actually, there's a lot of shot. This is just like a rundown of the basics.
The basic.
Now we use close-up, where we are going to show emotions. We get a little bit closer. It becomes a little bit more intimate with our subject.
Is it okay to cut the head for close-up shot?
Oh yes, as long as you don't cut under the chin. You cut in the forehead. Okay? There's something new today, right?
Yeah.
Is that only focusing on the facial expression, or it could either be like a thing or something?
You can even use it with this.
Yeah.
It's not limited
To
to
the face.
the face. This tells a lot of story. What do you guys can get from this photo?
Is that one old hand?
I want to grow old with you.
Ah.
Old. We get the age. What else?
Investment.
Investment. What else?
Salon shop.
Street. What?
Manicure, manicure.
Zalora.
Laura.
Accessories.
Accessories. Cool. See? We are able to see specifically details on our subject.
Just one image.
Yeah, from just one image, you have all these crazy ideas, right? Age, accessories, like her.
Or he's trying to rub the ring.
Okay. So it's not limited to our facial expression. You can also use it for other things, or even food. Yeah, extreme.
Oh,
So if close up is showing specific details, an extreme close up really points you to the details.
Deepest angle.
It really shows more. It's like
Like a
it's
macro
like
shot.
getting macro shot. This is
Keep
like what
going.
we use for macro shots. It's like grabbing your audience attention and like
Yeah.
shoving it in their face.
How can we choose a specific part of that object? Like, is there,
As I said, it's the story. The story is
so we're focusing on the coffee now.
we're focusing on the coffee. At the same time, we have a supporting detail. But if you center the coffee, we won't see the cookie, right? So it really depends on how or what the story or what are you trying to tell. We have from the beginning low angle shots and then high angle shots, overhead,
Extreme
Full shots, medium shots,
close-ups, and extreme close-ups.
Tequila shot.
Tequila shots, body shots, and calf shots. Okay, so
Body shots.
this is the video where I utilize the different types of shots, and as she mentioned, transitions. So that's close up.
Naoy. Naol.
What? Why? Because our product, our main subject is the coffee, right? So that's like how you can use all those different things I shared to you, and just by stitching them all together, you can get like that's like the basic thing I just did. Knowing the different types of shots and its purpose, and then using them to my advantage. Because for this, I started with a wide and then I ended with a wide. And in between, I got close-ups, extreme close-ups, full shots. It's like all the things that I shared to you a while ago, it's what I use for this one. And then the editing is a different story. Okay? That's like how you really pull the audience. But what will you edit if you don't know how to use the shots? So that's why I focus more today with the composition compared to the editing. Because on editing, it's like a trial and error. But I figured that it's better that you guys know how to shoot, and then so that you'll be better at editing. Because that's how I started. I was having trouble editing because I don't know how to shoot. And then I just later on found out that, oh God, I need to know different types of shots, because everything back then I was like doing close-ups, close-ups, close-ups. And that's like an information overload to our subject. So that's why I shared to you and I focus more on the compositions. Okay, that's it from me.
Thank you.